What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports back to you guys with another video. And I'm here with the Cleveland Browns 2019 training camp preview. And I'm here with Brownie Post Game. Brownie Post Game, how you doing, man?
Good, JT. Thank you very much for having me on your show, on your channel.
No problem, man. And for those of you guys who don't know, Brownie Post Game, he is a Cleveland Browns YouTuber. He made the Cleveland Browns Infinity War video that went viral. It was posted all on social media. So it will be a card to his channel popping up right now. And also you guys can make sure to subscribe to his channel. His channel will be down in the comment section. There's also a card that's on the screen and also down in the description down below so you guys can go ahead and check him out. So, Brownie Post game, man. We're going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns training camp preview for 2019. And I just want to start off by asking you, what are your expectations for this season? You guys got a lot of big name acquisitions in the off season. So, what's your expectations?
I've got very high expectations. I have high expectations that are also grounded in the reality that this is still a team that is mostly new working together. So there's going to be some growing pains. They're going to need some time that they're going to have to gel together. There's going to be some challenges along the way. Hopefully, we stay healthy. That's my biggest concern, to be honest, because I think that we have the talent. I think that we've got the front office knows what they're doing. The coaches, we've got really talented and experienced coaches on the team, and then we've got the players. So, really, if we stay healthy, my expectation is absolutely playoffs. I think that we can win the division. I think that the Ravens are probably our biggest challenge in the division, with the Steelers getting older by the day, and the Bengals just by the sheer nature of the Bengals existing. So yeah, I've got playoff expectation, and then beyond anything beyond that, will be just really exciting. Whatever. It's just all gravy after that.
That's crazy, man, because I'm a Steelers fan myself, and I do think that you guys have a better chance of winning the division than we do. But it's going to be interesting to see the whole Cleveland Browns with the whole personalities thing because you guys have, I think, I just got done recording the video. I think one of the biggest challenges for Freddie Kitchens, I think he's probably going to have the toughest first year head coaching job I've seen in a very long time because not just the X's and O's standpoint but how he's going to be able to manage the talent that he has around him and assigning certain players certain roles and having players be okay with that role. And then you're going to have to deal with Odell Beckham. What if Odell Beckham doesn't get the targets and stuff that he wants and stuff like that with Jarvis Landry also on the team as well? Both very, very emotional and competitive guys. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, so let's unpack that a little bit because I think you're making some good points. I think that with Freddie, the thing that I feel that the reason why I have confidence in Freddie as a head coach, um, he's been in the league for a while. He's surrounded himself with really really good coaches, and if you think about the people that he surrounded himself with are people he basically hand selected, and they are other experienced guys who have had levels of success that he can build upon with his philosophy to help work together. And then if you just look at like some of the other little pieces that he's added along there, like Adam Henry, the wide receiver coach, Todd Monken, offensive coordinator, Stump Mitchell, running back guy. I mean, the guys that he's got are put there for a reason. All of them bring a certain level of quality that honestly, I've been a Browns fan for a very long time. It's rare that we have this level of quality coaching from head to toe. And yeah, there's going to be some personality things. There's going to be some potential ego issues. But if you really look at the egos that we have on the team, everybody is about winning, and it's about the team. I don't think Jarvis and Odell and Baker and all the guys we have on defense. I mean, there's too many to name just everybody, but out of respect, I just want to say there's obviously a lot more than just the superstars. But I think if we're winning and we've got the momentum and energy, I think everybody's going to be fine.
Yeah,
It's just the only time you have a problem is when you start losing.
winning solves a lot. So I want to talk about some of the players to watch. The first guy I'm gonna ask you about, and then you can just run some off. But two players I'm really intrigued in. Antonio Callaway. Now, Antonio Callaway was a little bit raw last season because he missed the last season when he played for the University of Florida. He was suspended for most of that season. So then when he
Yep.
declared for the NFL draft, it really surprised me and a lot of people because he was a first round caliber wide receiver. But this is a guy who didn't play college football for a whole 365 days. So he went into last season a little bit rusty. And I had him on my fantasy team. He had some good performances, and then he had some not really good performances, and he was a little bit rusty, and you could kind of tell. So, what are your expectations for Antonio Callaway going into training camp, and what to look for? Will this training camp dictate how big of a role he will have this season?
I don't know if training camp necessarily is like a great barometer for how well a team or a player is going to do. I mean, I think there's a couple things to watch um, in terms of just how they're progressing. But if you're thinking about like, I think Callaway, his specific thing is he's going to have a different role this year than he had last year. I think Callaway, in order to make a really big impact with the amount of talent that we have on offense, he's going to have to step up and really be that return man, specifically punt returning that we need him to be. He is a guy, I believe he was a fourth round pick, and like you were saying, he came with a little bit of baggage. He was a little bit of a knucklehead in college, and then even preseason last year. I mean, they had to put some handcuffs on him last year because he was getting into trouble, stuff like that as well. And I think that what he's going to have to do is he's got guys like Jarvis and Odell and other people on the team that he can look up to and be role models. And then he also has people on the team like Kareem Hunt who made big mistakes and paid the price for that. Young guy that he can learn from. So, but in terms of the talent that Antonio Callaway, he absolutely has the talent to be a pro. I think that with a guy like Callaway and also Rashard Higgins, these are two guys who I think are going to be overshadowed by the star power that we have with Jarvis and with Odell and Chubb and Baker Mayfield and all those guys. But the talent's going to be there. So if we can hold on to these guys, continue to develop them, we have so much depth because, as you know, in the NFL, people get injured. You're not going to play every game. To have this much depth is a blessing, and I just hope that we hold on to it because I'm a big Callaway fan. I hope that he does really, really well this year, and I think he will.
So, two more players. I keep on bringing up rookies, and then you can just give us a list of a few more guys. So, Mack Wilson, linebacker out of Alabama. I had him as
Yeah.
a first round prospect, and I don't know how he fell all the way to what it was. I think it was the sixth round. And then Greedy Williams, I told everybody, Greedy Williams, still of the draft. The Denver Broncos messed up when they didn't take him. They passed up on him twice in the second round. Greedy Williams,
Yeah.
Greedy Williams, doesn't he remind you exactly like Denzel Ward? Same strengths, similar weaknesses. The only knock on Greedy Williams was his questions about his ability to tackle consistently on the NFL level and also his weight. And that was pretty much the same concerns people had about Denzel Ward the season ago. So they look ideally the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so talking about, we can start with Greedy. I think Greedy, he had first round talent all over him. I think that there was a lot of defensive backs that started to go specifically in the second round. And the Browns looked at it and said, I can't believe this guy's there. I mean, people had us graded taking Greedy Williams moving up into the first round to get him. The fact that he was just there was just, practically a miracle. And a guy like Greedy, who's got size on top of the skill and the speed, he's significantly bigger than Denzel Ward. Greedy is well over. He's 6'1", 6'2". I think he's 6'2", and that type of size is going to be able to match up really well against the big wide receivers that are out there. If you look at the NFL, basically every single team has got that corner end zone fade on the when they're in the right around the 5 yard line and 2 point conversion type plays. So to be able to cover that back corner fade in the NFL is critical. And having a 6'2" cornerback with skill and big time hops with hands that can catch, that's a good thing. So I think Greedy's going to be just fine. I'm really, really surprised he fell to us, but I think that it was more about there's so much talent at cornerback and just defensive back in general in this draft that some teams just grabbed whomever they liked. It doesn't matter. I think all of the guys that got drafted are going to do really well. When we're talking about Mack Wilson, right? This is a guy. He's young. A 21-year-old kid. I think that what I've heard, I don't have any way to confirm this. The rumor is that Nick Saban didn't want him to come out.
I heard that.
He didn't do him any favors when it comes to talking to scouts, talking up to other coaches that he has relationships with, etc. So I think he felt that Mack needed to come back and spend another year. I mean, he was an absolute beast at Alabama. And then you look at, obviously Freddie Kitchens is from there. Freddie Kitchens has other relationships there. Freddie Kitchens probably watches a lot of Alabama football games. So I'm really excited about him, too. He hits like a tank, and he's a big guy, and he's got speed. It's both him and Taki. I mean, we're talking about linebackers that if you look at the Browns last year, where do we have challenge? We had some lead-footed linebackers and a lot of missed tackles. And if you look at the scores on defense, they kind of got up there. So we're trying to shore up this team. I think we've got the offensive talent. We've got a couple question marks at offensive line, but skill position, we're good. We just had to shore up that defense, and we're adding a lot of young talent. So really excited about Greedy and Mack Wilson.
So my last question is, what should people look for in the Cleveland Browns this preseason when it comes to the offense of marketing? What to expect? Are we going to see a lot of different schemes on the preseason? Or are they going to try to hide some of their schemes? Or are we going to see anything different than what we saw last year?
Yeah, you're probably. I mean, the thing with this offense, nobody needs to prove anything on offense. Like Baker's proven, Nick Chubb's proven, the wide receivers. Like these are all guys who've played now, so they're not trying to earn a position. We don't have to throw stuff out there as a challenge. We just got to get some football in them to get them ready to, primed and ready to go for the regular season. So I don't think Todd Monken and Freddie are going to dial up the whole book this preseason. We're going to see some basic looks. We're going to probably use this preseason more as an opportunity to develop some of the younger talent and see what we have there. Then toward the end of the preseason, you're going to see Baker probably play a half. But like I said before, it is all about staying healthy. And there's that fine balance between trying to get your guys ready for the regular season in terms of getting them back into the speed of the game versus having those risky type scenarios. The longer you have them out there, the bigger opportunity they could get hurt for the regular season. So I think that we're not going to see the full breadth of the offense come out in the preseason. And that's totally fine with me. I don't need to see that. I just want to make sure that everybody's ready to go, got their head on straight. And a couple little things that I'm very interested in the preseason. Obviously, I want to see Odell catching some balls from Baker. I think that there's probably not going to be a ton of that. They're going to more rely on the preseason practice to get them ready to go versus throwing them out there to the Wolves. God forbid one of them again gets hurt, knock on wood. So yeah, I don't think that you're going to see a ton this preseason from the starting the starters and the starting caliber players, you're going to see a little bit more opportunities for other people to shine and see what they can do.
Okay, so everybody, this is Brownie post game on giving us the Cleveland Browns 2019 training camp preview. Brownie post game, thanks for coming on. For those you guys who like Brownie post game, and make sure to check out his channel. I really like his channel. Very passionate Cleveland Browns fan. It's very hard to find nowadays diehard Cleveland Brown fans and not these new bandwagon Cleveland Browns fans or these quote quote I just like whichever team Odell Beckham plays for. So Brownie post game, thanks for coming on, man.
JT, thank you very much. And you know what? It's always nice to talk to. I like talking to Steelers fans who have that the mutual respect for each other. Obviously, we've got historic history franchises. It's going to be really exciting to see what happens over the next couple of years to reinvigorate those rivalries that I honestly felt we've been missing out on for just about a decade because we just haven't been competitive. But now this new fire, this new energy that's in the city of Cleveland, that's on this team, the fan base is going absolutely wild. This is the fans and the team and the moves that we're making in the front office. This is what inspires me to make the videos that I've been making. So if you guys are Browns fans and you're excited about, you like highlight videos, you like all that kind of stuff, check out my channel. Please subscribe, and I will appreciate it. So thank you very much, JT. Thanks for having me on the show.